How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wired Up TV. This is your boy Wired Up, and welcome. I hope you guys got all your shit taken care of, and I hope you guys got your hands on the steering wheel and your eyes on the road. Guys, handle your shit, whether it's taking care of your family, whether it's taking care of your in-laws, whether it's taking care of your pets. Handle your shit and do not go astray. Don't let nothing ruin your concentration, y'all. You can't let that shit happen, and you can't let that shit slide. Every single one of my viewers and my subscribers are intellectual beings and are capable to handle anything that's thrown your way. I speak to you guys all the time, and I know this for a fact. Now, I've been speaking to you guys for a while now, and I thank you guys for everything y'all do. And like I always say, y'all can solve a case if y'all had to. So we're on this case right now. Now, some of you guys have been asking me about this, commenting. Fuck. I'm stoned, guys. You have to forgive me. All right. You guys have been talking, you guys have been talking amongst each other about this subject. Now, what subject is it, Wired Up? I'm going to tell you. It has to do with names. Now, usually when you get a name, if your family last name, let's say, is Hernandez, your last name will be Hernandez. Unless your father is absentee, then you get your mom's last name. If her name's Sanchez, that'll be your last name. Okay? Now, with that being said, I want to talk about Tupac Shakur's name. Now, I don't want to talk about Tupac AMARU Shakur. I don't want to talk about that name, because I know where that name came from. I think we all know, right? Peruvian revolutionary, or South American, Central American revolutionary. And of course, Shakur came from MATULU Shakur, which was his stepfather. He was dating Afeni Shakur, at the time when Tupac was given that name, when Tupac's mom changed his name. Now, speaking of changing names, that's what I want to talk about. Where in the hell did Lesane Parish Crooks come from? Where did that name come from? Now, I've done my research, extensive research, spoke to people. Okay. In Afeni's family tree. Now, her mom and dad they're not crooks. And I don't mean people that steal. That's not their last name. It's not their middle last name or none of that shit. Neither is their parents' last name. And his biological father is Billy Garlin. So it's not Crooks. And he ain't got that name down there either. So where did that name come from? How the hell are you going to give somebody a name that comes from from nowhere? It seems that it came from nowhere. But that's why we're here, guys. That's why I'm asking you guys for help. I'm asking the team. I want you guys to let me know, what do you guys think, man? Where did that name come from? Now, I've done my research, and I'm pretty sure you guys have done yours, right? I haven't really heard this subject talked about a lot or at all. I really never heard it, but maybe somebody has touched on it before. But we want to handle it. We want to solve it. Now, this has really been bothering me, and itching the back of my neck. So I started asking around. I started asking questions, right? And the only thing I can come up with is that Tupac wasn't really Billy Garlin's kid. Right? Hold on, wait a minute. I know what you're gonna say. He looks just like Tupac. How the hell can that not be Tupac's dad? It looks just like Tupac. Wait a minute. Now, that's what Afeni thought. That wasn't his father. She thought it was another man who was a drug dealing pimp. You hear Tupac talk about him a lot. My father's dead. My father was a hustler. That's who Afeni thought his biological father was. And his last name was Crooks. Now, Tupac kept in touch with this guy. This guy had a lot of money, and he had a lot of connections with Cuban people. Also, he was connected with the Black Panther Party. And he had some connections in the drug game as well. Big connections. Big time. It is to be believed, from what I'm hearing, that Tupac kept in contact with this man all the way to the end. All the way to Vegas. And this man helped him do what he had to do. He helped him escape. You see how all the puzzles are starting to come together? They're starting to connect. Shit that we didn't know about, what's this, what's that, is starting to come together. Now, that's what is believed. Tupac's mom did not think it was Billy Garden. She didn't think that. She thought it was somebody else with the last name Crooks. And Tupac also believed that. And he believed that he passed away and died. Right? That's what his mother told him. He got killed. That's what he believed. And you even hear Tupac say this shit. You know, you hear him say this in some of the interviews. Well, my dad was a drug dealer, and he was a gangster and shit like that, and he got killed. Right? Wrong. It's believed that Tupac finally figured that shit out. That it wasn't true. And this happened when he got shot at Quad Studio, and Billy Garlin went to go see him. Y'all know this. Billy Garlin went to go see him. Tupac said it. He said he opened his eyes and he seen a motherfucker that looked just like him, and he said it was his dad. And he said, well, the nigga looked like me and everything. So after that, he started asking questions. Mom, who was the guy that you were telling me about? Who is he? He started digging. People started talking. People started telling him. He found them and kept in touch with him until his end. Well, supposedly end, right? This man had drug dealing connections, and he had connections to the Black Panther Party, and also connections to Cuba. Now, I'm not sure what kind of connections, but it's believed that he helped Tupac get away. Yes, indeed, he feed the needy. And it is believed he kept in touch with him. And he was keeping in touch with him, getting to know him, meeting with him, talking to him. Now, there's people, the interviews are out there, guys. I don't have to, tell you guys. I know you guys already know of people saying there's stories out there. I'm not sure who says it, but they say that when they used to go see Tupac, they used to, and they didn't say all the time. They said after he was shot at Quad Studio, when I used to go meet up with Tupac. And I believe this was a female that was saying no, or either it was a female, maybe Yo-Yo, or one of his homies. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you guys can let us know down in the comments. But they said that when they would go see Tupac after the shooting, right, that he would always be in some place you would never think he would be. He was like in a place where they put older people to retire, and he would rent rooms there and hide out there, like if he was hiding out, like maybe like if he was meeting somebody, like some kind of secret hideout. After he found out who the Crooks guy was, that's where they would meet, that's where they would talk, and that's where they would do all this shit. Why do you think, like they say, for in a conspiracy, can't nobody keep their mouth shut? Ain't that true? But who will keep their mouth shut the longest for you? Who will go to bat for you the longest? Family, especially your father or your mother. That's why this shit has not gotten out where he's at. Because why would he come back? He got plenty of money. He's put out records. He got rappers putting out what he wants to say, like Casanova the Don. That's what that's believed to be true. Okay? Pieces are coming together. I'm Alive K. Right? You know what I'm saying? Why would he come back? He's going to plot some attacks. We know this. He's been giving money to Cuba and African revolutionary armies for years. So he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. And they have their eyes set on Cuba. There's even talk that he wants to run for election in Cuba. There's a lot of talk. But this is why he has a name that makes no sense where that name comes from. That's the deal, guys. What do you guys think? Or what do you guys know? Do you guys know who this gentleman is? Do you guys know exactly where that name came from? Let us know in the comments. Let's solve this shit, man. If anybody can do it, y'all can do it. This is what I've come up with from talking to certain people. Okay? That Afeni thought this man was his father. Later on, she changed his name to Tupac AMARU, told Tupac he was dead. She didn't want nothing to do with him. She was with MATULU. When Tupac got shot, he found out that Billy GARLIN was his father when he saw him, and ended up asking the mom who was the other man she used to tell him about. He ended up finding out who he was, and they ended up staying in touch ever since, until Vegas. He's one of the people that is believed that helped him get out, because he had connections, drug connections to Cuba. He was a major drug dealer, and he had that pipeline to Cuba. And that was the only missing piece Tupac had to escape from. Well, guys, my blunt is getting small, and it's up to the roach now. I just want to tell you guys, man, to keep your heads up and keep your eyes open. Don't be afraid to be the loudest one in the room. Excuse me. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to be laughed at and shit. Speak your motherfucking mind. Keep your head up and pump your chest out. Don't show no weaknesses, because life will eat you up and spit you out. And I know you guys are smart enough to already know that. Wired Up family, we gotta be real careful and do our homework and double check our homework 3 or 4 times if we have to. You know what I'm saying? But I want you guys' opinion. Why does his name not connect with anybody, guys? Right? Why? Lesane Parish Crooks. There's nobody in this guy's family tree that has that name, but just believed his real, or the person that his mother thought was his real father was the Crooks gentleman that Tupac got his original name from. And he helped him get up out of here. Tupac said himself he was a major drug dealer, a player. He had pipelines to Cuba. He's the one that helped Pac get away. The pieces of the puzzles are connecting, but I still want you guys to give me your opinions. I'll give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let it be known. Say what you gotta say. But keep your hands on that steering wheel and don't go astray. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, you'll pay, man. Because life's a bitch. And you know what I'm saying? It don't fucking stop for nobody. Time don't stop for nobody, y'all. So thank you guys for watching. Keep your head up. Keep positive. Hands on the steering wheel. And always, guys, always stay wired up. Peace.